Adam. Let me lower this TV. It's a little bit loud. Okay, that's better. I'm good. We're getting a little bit more rain right now. Wonderful. Hi, Sunny. How are you, Reba? Hello, Claire. Hi, Rose. I just realized that wasn't up there. Good. Glad to hear it. All right. We're getting ready to work on this book. We'll give everybody a few minutes to jump on. I started the signatures. I just need to kind of figure out what I'm going to do with them. Because I have to add some more pages in here, so I need to figure out what I want to add. Do I want to do doilies? Do I want to do... I printed some stuff. These are kind of pretty. I think I'm going to use these for the waterfall, but I'm not sure yet. But I thought these were really cute. Got some pretty fairies. So, now, because we're not doing a signature for journaling, we're just doing signatures for two decorated signatures. Hi, Dorothy. Hey, Carol. Okay, so I want to separate the ones on the left. These are so thick, it feels like there's two of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I even got a little horse. It is pretty paper, isn't it? These are digitals that I had bought. Okay. That I felt was like pastel colors. Okay. I just wanted to separate left from right. I have these, and then I found these are so cute. Look at these. These are fairies in mason jars, and I thought these mason jars would be cute for Waterfall. I have bigger ones, but I thought the little ones would be really cute. The big ones are cute too. But we'll see once we get the signatures done. So, here are the beginning of our signatures. I picked out some paper last night, and then I actually cut it and zhuzhed them all. So they're all ready to go. So now, hey Kim, how's the flooding? All the floods are down, but it's starting to rain right now. It's not real heavy, but it is raining a little bit. A little bit of a chill. So I'm going to show you the paperwork, Dorothy. So I thought this would be the first signature because I think this looks really pretty with the book. See how the colors look really nice? So it would be kind of like, and this one is double-sided. And then I did like a solid. And then this would be a pocket. And then I did this shimmery blue with some lace on the back. And then I did the solid pink. And then just a couple of pretty flowers. Aloha, purple on the back. Some fairy lights, front and back. Then another piece of cardstock. And then this could be a pocket. And that would be the center of this signature. So that would be one signature. And then the second signature, I thought this would make a pretty cover. And then that could be a pocket, like that, with the green. And that looks pretty with the green. We're just going over, I have that teal and pink. These have some, so I had to cut this, and I didn't want to cut too much at the top of the waterfall, so I wound up cutting it on the bottom. So, but we're going to decorate it anyway. So we have the waterfall, some blue, and then this will be a pocket here with the house, and then I threw yellow, and then this will be the centerpiece, double-sided. So I'm just going over the paper that I selected so far for each signature. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 sheets so far. Now, the question is, what else are we going to put in here, right? These are mostly cardstock. There's like 1 or 2 pieces that are not cardstock, but mostly cardstock. I do have these that you just saw me, which are really pretty. So I can throw those and then put a little bit of lines in here, or leave it blank, and put that throughout here. I don't want to do more than like, I think 12, because then it becomes too bulky after we decorate. So we could do like an extra 3. I also did, I thought this was kind of cool. I took some like, almost like, not tissue paper. It's thicker than tissue paper. This is and then I actually, if you look, I embossed it. So I thought that would kind of look cool in between some of the pages. See the embossing? And I thought we could zhuzh it, maybe, to give it a little bit of color, or leave it. So I did 4 of these, because I thought I just like the texture, you know. I just have to cut it down to 8.5, so it's the same height. So I thought these would look really cool in between here, and I don't count these as like pages per se. It's just like a little, if I want to separate like 2 busy pictures, we would put this. And plus, it's not as wide. It's a little bit more narrow. This is only, it might be, it's like 5 1/4 as opposed to like 5 1/2. Oh, good. I'm glad you like it. So that's what I got so far. Let me just think. Do you want doilies? I'm kind of ambivalent about doilies, but I dreamed about them last night. I think I was thinking about them when I went to sleep, and I actually dreamed about doilies last night. Do you want doilies or no? I'm kind of like, meh. I just want to get the signatures in, but I need to figure out first how many pages, and then I think we're sewing them, because this is a permanent flip-through book. It's not for journaling. So I think I'm gonna sew these into the spine. So we're gonna have to put some eyelets on the spine here. It's gonna be a little challenging going through that, but we'll figure it out. Maybe 1 doily. Okay, we could do like, well, 1 would be 2, because I have to do back and back. Otherwise, they'll be too flimsy, and they'll tear. I don't like how flimsy they are. But there we Give me 1 second. Let me cut these down first of all. 8.5. So these are the right. Okay. Now these are the right height. Okay. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to fold these. I'm not going to zhuzh these because I don't want to ruin that. Let me get these out of the way. Let me slide this down here. Oh, yes. I have folders that big. Where are my folders? I have full-size folders. See that? I have full-size folders. I got a couple of patterns, like argyle, snowflakes, like the cracked, and then like this florally. It's not really floral, but this one. And I have the huge embosser. I have the industrial, professional embosser. So that's how that came about. Yeah, it does. And you can emboss if you fold the sheets. You have to do half at a time. You're welcome. How's everybody's week going? I feel like it's dragging a little bit, right? I feel like it's just dragging. I took another order today for another book I added to our list. It's another fairy book. Fairies are very popular this year. However, it is for a little 3-year-old girl, so it is going to be a little bit different. But that's going to be one of the last books, unless I wind up adding more people to the list. But right now, I kind of went through the list and completed it. I think I have 14 books on the wait list. You're on there, Sonny. Reba. You're on there, honey. Yep, I got you. You're before that one. Because I added you, I added EO, and I added Marie, and then this person was the last one to add. So you're all set. Okay, so that first one is done. Let's fold this one up. Let me know if the TV's too loud. It's okay for me, but all right. There was something else that I wanted to throw in here. Now I can't remember what it was. I love this picture. Let's just put this. That's gonna be a pocket. Itchy nose. He's a fool. I like that. Let's see where we're gonna put it in this one. Okay. Hi, Shetty. All right, let's see if we put a doily. Well, you don't want to put it there. Hmm. I don't know. So we could put one here. Because they'll pull a white if we do a white one. Let's see. Why do I keep getting these things? Hi, Lola. Hi, Kay. I'm good. How are you? We are working on our signatures for the fairy journal. Let's see. Because those are thick. She actually looks really good against that green. That looks really nice. I think that might work. Let's see how that looks to us here. I like the color scheme. Okay. Hey, Gigi, how are you? Okay, I think I like that one. This one, I think I want to do more of a purplish. Do like a purple. not going to make these pockets. I'm going to wind up decorating these somehow. Like we could do like a 2-page spread or something. I don't know. Yeah, see the colors? The purple, that looks pretty. That looks pretty. Okay. So, I'm debating if I want to trim. I'm going to leave it until we sew it because we could even put some lace over here and then glue this shut with lace on the end. That'll look pretty. But I do have to zhuzh the top and the bottom. All right, these are all going to be for decorating and making booklets and stuff like that. And we need to get a doily. Okay. Oh, thank you. Yeah, really beautiful fairy paper I have in here. Some really pretty images. And of course we're going to decorate it, so it's going to be even prettier. Okay, so I'm just going to put these in here for now. I need to zhuzh, and then I need to go grab the doilies. Oh, goodness. I do have some ugly paper. I mean, I wouldn't call it ugly. I have paper that I'm not like, ooh, it's so pretty. It's cute. But I think we all do. Take the compliment. I know. I really have to get better at that, right? We all know the rule. Better to zhuzh and not need than need and not have it done. Right? That's one of the golden rules. You guys are funny. So what's everyone up to? Tomorrow's Thursday. Thank goodness for that. Tomorrow's Friday Eve. I don't call it Thursday. I call it Friday Eve. You're sitting. Well, that's a good start. That's a good idea. I'm sitting too now. Enjoying the sun and no flooding. Too soon. So remember the town next door that I told you that last week when they had when we had the first the tornado situation, they had 3 people die in a car because they pulled over because of the tornado and the tree fell on top of the car and killed 3 people. Well, Monday night with the storm, they had a car with 2 people that the flood unfortunately took their life. They couldn't get out of the car and wound up being overwhelmed with water and passed. So that town's lost 5 people in 2 weeks due to natural disasters. Is that crazy or what? I know, it's very, very sad. Because it just came on all of a sudden. It was just too much rain in such a short span of time, and then it couldn't be absorbed because we have mountains, but believe it or not, I'm in New Jersey, but we have mountains, right? So the mountains are only about 15 minutes away from me. And the rain just came flooding down the mountain because it wasn't being absorbed into the ground. And there was a highway there, and it actually hit the median on the highway, and then the water pushed the concrete barriers open and stormed the town. That's what happened. It actually went through the concrete dividers on the highway, pushed them right the hell out of the way. It's terrible. But I keep thinking it could have been way worse because look what happened in Texas. Any loss of life is terrible, of course, but it could have been way worse. There's so many TikToks out there of people helping each other, literally going into the streets with these waters raging that looks like I don't know, like your whitewater rafting kind of a thing to help people that just couldn't get their bearings, couldn't stand up, and they went into the water to help each other. And I think that is reassuring to me that we have not lost mankind yet. There's still chances. This world still has a lot of good people in it. So I think that's really good to know. Exactly. Larry, poor Larry, he was out on fire calls on Monday. I got home. We let everybody out early at like a quarter to five because it was raining, 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 raining. And then we had like a pause. And our boss is like, listen, why don't we let everybody early while it's not raining so everybody could try and get home before it starts raining again. We had like a little break. So I got home at about 5:20, 5:30. Larry left within 10, 15 minutes for a fire call. I didn't see him again until almost midnight that night. He came home, he was exhausted, um, laid down on the couch, and about 35 minutes later, another call, and he had to go back out. And he didn't come back in until about 4:30 in the morning. And then at that point, um, he had to go to Long Island. It's his business trip this week. So he wound up just laying down for half an hour, and he went to Long Island. He's there now. He'll be back tomorrow. And but he was so tired. I didn't even talk to him last night. I called him on the way home while he was driving from the office to the hotel, and then I said, "Listen, if you don't crash and fall asleep, call me later." He never called because I knew he was so tired, so tired. Um, just it was just crazy helping people, transformers blowing, water in the basement, like all kinds of stuff. But that's what it is. That looks so cute. All right, so I'm gonna go get the doilies. We're gonna put a doily in here. We'll just do the one signature, because this one I don't really think has a good spot for it. Let me check again. 'Cause this is a pocket. I don't want to put it where there's this kind of thing. Well, we could put it in here. That will break up the blue. I mean the green, the teal. That's like a teal. It's really pretty. Might not be a bad idea, just to break that up a little bit. Okay, we'll do two. We'll do it on the teal page here, and we'll do it on the blue page here. So we're gonna do the doilies. I'm gonna go grab my box of doilies, and then we have to glue them. Why? Because I don't like using one doily because I think it's very thin and flimsy. So I glue two doilies back to back, and that's what I use in the books. Right back. I'm gonna have to destash some of my doilies, by the way. Definitely gonna have to do that because I just have too many of them now. Okay, I think this is a good size, maybe. No, it's still a little bit tall. Maybe that won't be so bad. That size. What about this one? Oh, that's cute. Where did you find the paper? Which paper, Des? Oh, this blue tree. That is from. It's a fairy set of paper off of Amazon. Pretty sure it's Amazon. And because I have like 2 or 3 packs of those. It also comes. It comes with this one. I kept this aside to use. See, it looks like this. And they're double sided, like that. Comes with this one. I love this, but I didn't care for that for this book. So I kept this out, and we're going to use this image when we decorate because it does match the book really pretty, really nicely. So that's why I kept these out. Oh, here it is. Yay! I kept the sheet. It's called Fairy Forest Kit. It's only 8 sheets, but they're double-sided, and this is paper. This is not cardstock, but it is double-sided. Hey, Val. So that's what the image looks like before I cut. I had to cut it, to size. Um, this is what it looks like, the whole sheet. It's really pretty. And then this is the back. Yes, they're very pretty. I actually have 2 more full sets because I use these a lot when I do the fairy books. So, okay, Dorothy, do you want the oval? So it'll be a little bit shorter, a little bit more demure. Or do you want me to do the round? And then these are the smaller ones. And then, I can do the bigger one. And then I would just have to cut it. I'd have to trim the top and the bottom. So you tell me, which one do you prefer? The large round, the smaller round, or the oval? Which do you like? They're all pretty. Oval, small, or large? Round, small. Okay. Wrong Dorothy? What do you mean the wrong Dorothy? No, it's not. What do you mean? Oh, I don't need all of these. Oh, I'm messing up your jokes. Sorry. One, two. Oh, bigger one. Okay. All right, let's see. Will these line up when you do them? For the most part, not perfectly. Maybe I'll glue them like this so that it's lined up. Thing is, they don't line up when you do them the opposite way because of these little cuts. But it does look prettier because it has the little raised edges now on both sides, as opposed to having like a wrong side and a right side. These line, you know, do you see what I'm saying? How this is a little rough and this is smooth. So by gluing them back to back, I think it gives it a little bit more character. I don't know. I kind of like it. Hmm. You know what I was thinking? What if I glued them? No, it'll ruin it. I was going to say if I put a piece of tissue paper in between them just to see what it would do. But I'm just lining it up as best as I can. I think that's it. Sí, casi todo. ¿Cómo estás, Rocío? I had to become a nurse when I came home from work. Bella's bandage needed to be changed. They drained her cyst yesterday. What is going on here? There we go. So that cyst that she went to the doctor for like 2, 3 weeks ago, the poor kid has been dealing with this darn thing, not healing properly for like 2 weeks, 2 rounds of antibiotics. So now I sent her to a dermatologist, not the clinic. Dermatologist drained it again and gave her another round of antibiotics. But I had to change the bandage today. But it looked good. Estoy bien, gracias. Right, Kay? Poor kid. And the funny thing, well, Leah went with her because I couldn't take off of work. I have my customer service manager's on vacation, so I can't. I have to be in the office when she's not there. But one of us has to always be there. to handle the business. So um, Leah went with her to support her, and Leah was telling me the story, and I was dying. She's like, "Mom, I like really wanted to like pass out, but I knew I had to be strong for her because she felt like she was gonna pass out." And she goes, so I stood there holding her hand, and then I was like, "Hold on a minute, I gotta take my rings off," because Bella was squeezing the crap out of her hands to the point where Leah had an indentation from her ring on her hand. It was so funny them telling the story. And then Bella had to like they had to get the salts for her. She didn't pass out, but she definitely had to be laid back. They had to like, all right, just sit down. So they don't know. They think that, well, two things. Number one, the sac was never removed. So when they drained the cyst the first time, they didn't remove the sac. Me, knowing and being a Dr. Pimple watcher, you have to remove the sac or it's going to grow back. That's why I get my brain scan, because it was a cyst and they want to make sure they didn't miss any of the sac and it doesn't start to grow back. So that's the first thing. And then it just winds up, it filled again with fluid, and then of course that becomes infected. So that's kind of like what's going on. But it looked good. The cut is a lot smaller this time. It's like the size of a pea. They did not pack it. Last time they packed it, and the dermatologist said they should not have packed it. It wasn't that. It wasn't like a boil where you're going to pack it, and they think that that's what kind of started. I know I love Dr. Pimple Popper. No fue a mi hija, a Isabella. Um, and so they drained it, and then they just bandaged it, and then today I just took off the bandage, put a new one on. It was draining. It was like, because I remember from my stuff, it was like a thicker, it wasn't like a wet blood, it was a thicker blood, more pinkish color, like a rose color. So I know that's everything coming out from the wound. So she has to oh, sorry, hubby. Um, so she has to let that heal. She's on antibiotics, and then in 2 months, when it's fully healed, go back for them to go in and remove the sac. So this kid still has a little bit ahead of her. It's not over. Sí, está bien. Tiene un tipo de un quisto, no, no sé si en portugués se llama un quisto, que le quitaron hace 2 o 3 años, pero no quitaron todo y lo tiene otra vez y tiene que descargar. Pero está bien, está bien. Where was I putting it over here? Oh, in the blue. I know. Well, Leah said that the tray had 3 injections because they had to inject it with probably with steroids, antibiotics, and the numbing agent. So she's like, "Mom, when I saw the 3 needles, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to pass out." And I was like, "You guys are so funny." But hey, they got through it, and I'm glad that they're there for each other. And because that's, as a mom, what you want to see, that the kids are going to be there to support each other if you're not there. So that was a good thing. Making them grow up, do their own stuff. Gracias, Rocio. Okay, so let's talk about what we're going to do here now. Okay, that's going to look good. Okay, that's good. Now, So I think I'm going to do this one a little bit different, and we're going to make this, we're going to sew this into here. So we need to do our three, I think I'm only going to do three to hold them. And I can use the same one. Okay, so now I got one, two, three. Oh, that is funny, especially if they're squirmish about mice. Okay. Let's see where these are going to wind up being. Yeah, we're going to have to cut that flower a little bit. That looks nice and straight. Okay. All right, we're going to get our gold. We're going to do the gold. I think we did gold, right? Yes, we did gold. Okay. Hi, Sherry. How are you feeling, honey? Better? Good. Okay. Hmm. I have this pretty. Are you kidding me? I have a purple. I wonder if we did purple. Oh, I like the purple. It's like a lavender. One more. It's the same color as the book. I like that. That's kind of nice. Put our little eyelets in. It's done. Okay, so next, save our templates because we're using this size quite a bit. All right, is there anything else that we want to add to this signature? I also want to look at the back here. I'm wondering if we should put a poll. Dorothy, I haven't made a dangle in a long time, but for the spine, how do you want the spine to go? Like, do you want me to pull a pole and then we could just hang something from the pole? Yes. This is a 6 by 10, which I think is a good size. Because I think I have a purple fairy. Hold on. Of course, I have a purple fairy. So to hang the purple fairy, I think I'm gonna have to put a little pole up here, and then do what I think. Okay. I think I'm gonna do similar to what we did to the other one, so that you could take this off if you want, but because it's gonna get lost here, so we'll do a pretty background and maybe gold because I think purple and gold are really pretty together. So we'll do like a gold background like we did with the other one, and we'll hang it here with a little bit of a bow, and I think that'll look nice, um, as opposed to because I had the elastic in the other book. Yes, the fairy will be on the pole. Smart ass. But so I need to get because I want to do that now. Do I want to do that now? Yes. I don't want to be fighting with the signatures once they're in here. I need the pull. Exactly. Okay. keeps messaging me. Oh, thank you. Oh, okay. It's Five's birthday. That's Joy's cat. The one that we took care of that had the big bug eyes already. So cute. Okay. So that'll look good. And then the signatures will kind of hide that when we sew these in a little bit there. What I can do is I can put a little bit, just glue it right over that to kind of hide that. Oh, let me turn my hot glue on. I didn't turn it on yet. And let me look at the scraps. Do I have any scraps of this? I don't know. I feel like we didn't cut any of that, so I wouldn't have any scraps of that. But that'll work. Don't like that. Hi, Leah. Let me just see if I have any scraps in here. That pink one is a little too thick. Oh, that's a little bit better. That actually blends in nicely. Can't even see that. I have an itchy nose and I don't know why. Yeah, see that won't you won't even see it. It'll blend nicely. Just give it a second. What you doing, Leah? What? No cruises? She's probably on a cruise, Adam. That's where she's always at. We're ready to sew. Okay. Now, we're only doing two signatures because they're both decorated. So not three, two. All right, now we sew. So for this one, so have to be like oh shoot. I just realized I did three holes. I have to do three signatures. I wasn't paying attention. All right, hold on. Let me think about this. Okay. We'll sew the outside, the two outsides, and I'll do like a little folio for the inside, for the middle. It just dawned on me. Oh my God, I did three. That's why nobody mentioned anything. But hey, we're just going to have to adapt and move on. So we'll put the first signature on the left, the other signature on the right, and in the middle, I'll do like a little folio of sorts, and we'll throw that in there. You didn't say why you asked, Lori. I thought you were just asking for asking. You got to be more explicit next time. It was functioning enough to realize what I did. Okay. It's okay. Let's just leave that there for now. Okay, so now I'm gonna do this one upside down because I'm a righty. Hi, Esther. I just had it straight through. Okay. You tend to have quite a few incidents, don't you? All right. So these, okay, we'll count them now because we added a couple just now. I think there's like 11 or 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 altogether, but 3 is like this and a doily. So, but 14 on both. Okay. I'll have to give some thought as to what we're going to do. We could do a 3D garden for the middle. That would be cute. Like a 3D garden with pockets. I think we'll do that. No, I use just the one thread. It's the waxed one and it's nice and thick. So I don't double up. I just do the one stitch. You could double up, but they usually hold pretty well. I don't think I've never had an issue, knock on wood. Okay, so I think I have an idea for the center. What we'll do is we'll do like maybe like a garden within a little apothecary, a mini apothecary or something like that. That's what you want? Okay. Well, Dorothy, you got it. Yeah, I think that'll look cute, like its own little thing. Because usually those are a little thicker with a 3D garden and an apothecary kind of thing. So we'll probably work on that piece last, because that one we could probably put together outside of the book and then sew it into the book. Yeah, I think that would work. Well, let's keep it that way, Lori. Let's not be breaking things, okay? None of that nonsense now. Okay, so we are ready to start. I'm going to just for now tie this back here. Actually, we could put it through up here. I just want to get these out of the way. I don't want them to accidentally get anything on them. So I'm just feeding it through there. All right. Shall we start? Okay, let's see. That's a pocket. And this one's a pocket. So we have to sew our pockets first. Not sew. Glue our pockets. Hey, Yvonne, you just landed? Did you have a good flight? I'm going to make this a top pocket. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Excited to see your baby girl. I think this one, I'm going to do side pockets here. I'm going to hold off on this pocket. We'll just do I'm going to hold off. I might need that for something. We'll just do the counterpart. Aw, enjoy it. Enjoy your grandchildren. Okay, so let's pick the page that we're going to do our waterfall on. All right, so let me plan this out. This is like a nice sturdy page. But it is a pocket. Maybe this one. Or pink. Oh, I think the pink is good. It has nothing on the back. It's not a pocket. It's by itself. And we can incorporate some of this teal into here. So let me show you. Yes, back-to-back cardstock. That's exactly right. I like to use cardstock for all my pockets. I don't make pockets with just regular paper. Hey, babe. How you doing? It was raining, yeah. I don't know if it's still raining now, but it was raining before. Okay, Dorothy, we have a couple of options. Okay, so we can make the flip through, the waterfall. I have these really cute mason jar fairies, the larger ones. I have these cute little baby ones. Or we could do the book. We did talk about doing the dresses. If we do the dresses, then I need a double side. Like something like that, either like this or like this. Minions. Because we said about doing a dresser, an armoire, and then the waterfall. So, what do you like? Do you like the large mason jars, the small mason jars, or do you want to do the dresses? We would still use the dresses in the book, don't get me wrong. The small jars, those are cute, aren't they? Look how cute they are. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Because we have 9 of them. These were digital downloads, Desiree, that I printed. The company name was. See if I could find it for you. Hold on one second. They are from. Where's the name of the company? Country Mouse Prints. Country Mouse Prints. That's where I bought them. Okay, so my idea was I was gonna cut these up and then put them on uh, craft paper and then cut it a little bit bigger. Or I can actually just cut these out and then glue them onto a square piece of craft paper. Um, because the back is white and I'm not going to like that. And then we need to color the top. I think that'll look cute. I was going to cut them and glue them just like this, but I think they're a little small. So I want to enhance them with a background. So since we're going to do the jars, I don't need a double anymore. And we were going to do it on the pink, right? Actually, that looks really cute because that kind of matches everything on that side. It has all the colors. So that's a good match. Okay, so I like that there. So for the background, we could do like a violet. I think a violet would be a good color. Oh, my eye is bothering me. My eyeballs. Even with all this rain, you would think that the pollen and everything would be down. But guys, let me tell you, I am struggling today. so that needs like, would that be in the purples? Pink next to the teal, you said? Ooh, pink and teal, or pink and, okay. So it's either this side or this side. So we'll see. We'll see what I find. Oh, well, that's the same. It's the same paper. That looks good. Yeah, I like this one. It does match that. This is really pretty too. Shiny though. Oh, that's even lighter. Oh, that's the right color right there. Okay. Make him pay. All right, let's take a measure. See what size this is. So this is 2 inches by 3 1/4. So we're gonna go 3 3/4 by 2 1/2. 2 1/2 by 3 3/4. What's the matter? You have to go out? You have to go out? Okay. All right, come on. Okay, it is not raining right now, but it's humid. Yes, these are the small mason jars, but I'm going to cut these out and I'm going to put them on a background. So I'm going to cut it a little bit bigger to flip. So what did I say again? 2 3/4 wide, right? Oh no, 2 1/2. 2 1/2 wide by 3 3/4. Hi, Kristen. So let's see, this is 12. So 2 1/2 will be 1, 2 1/2 right there. Nine. I think we're gonna. use about probably 6. We'll make 8 though. All right, so I cut the width. And now we're going to do 3 3/4. Some of these are not exactly cut right, so I'm going to have to make sure. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not off by much, but there is some that's a little bit off. We'll trim them up later. I don't know. I think I got Fox on. I just turned the TV on. I didn't look at the channels or anything like that. Hopefully it made these the right size. Okay, let's cut some of these and see. Hey, Kristen, I am working on a fairy book. We just started it. I just sewed the signatures in here, and now we're gonna make our waterfall. So on here, we're always working on a journal of sorts, right? So Leah set up, we're almost live on my members only, my subscribers program on YouTube. We just finished up kind of coming up with what all the things are that members will get. And one of them is I'm pretty much, if I work on a journal, it's going to be like my private journal, but I'm going to be doing things like collage work on my personal book, my friend's book that I never finished. I'm going to work on that, repurposing boxes, jewelry projects. I'm going to be working on that, all with my subscribers program. Okay, I think that looks good. And I like that it's not exactly flush. I like that. And of course we're gonna, zhuzh this all up. It's not too big, but I do like the way that looks. And we should color it. I want to color that. Let me think for a minute. I don't know why they left it white. I feel like we need to pick one color for all of them. Yes, same name, hun. Same name. Yeah, Connie's Coolest Crafts. You could get it into it through my link tree. It's not live yet. We're probably going to make it effective August 1st. We're just, kind of tightening up a few things. But it'll be fun. We'll do extra lives. There's gonna be I'm gonna do like giveaways, quarterly giveaways. I'm gonna do for members only. First dibs on items that I make. First dibs on D stash. Um, they'll get first dibs. Then it goes to my friends, you guys that are on my Discord, and then it'll go to the general public. What's white cloth? This? Don't be silly. Um, what do you mean white cloth, Shetty? Let's just finish up this one to see how it look. I want to make sure that we like it before we start doing all of them. What's white fabric though? I don't understand. Well, I don't think so. There's no cloth. You see that? It looks like a mason jar. I don't see the impression of a. I mean, I don't. That's what I thought at first too, but it doesn't have that little flare that it would. So let's see. We were talking about doing it on this page. So I'm just looking at the different colors here. Because we could do. I mean, we could just do gold. And the lid could just be gray. So it looks metallic. Or I could do the lid. You don't want to throw too many colors in here because then it gets crazy. No, because this is going to be for a waterfall. You can't have all that activity on a waterfall. They got to be flat. I have this in a larger version to do that with. So this is just a matter of finishing these up and just picking a color. I think I'm gonna get my metallics out, my metallic acrylic markers, and maybe we'll find the right color there. Yes, but that's gonna be for the not for these little ones. I'll do that with the big ones. This is for a waterfall. The waterfall you can't have all that stuff going on, otherwise it won't flip. So yeah, we will do something like that, but with the bigger ones. The gold is nice. Let's see pink. It's too bright. It looks like it's pink, but it's not. I have a purple. I mean, that's a pretty color too. I got the silver out now to do the lid. Yeah, the silver for the lid I think will be good because it's not too much. I think that'll work well. And then I think the gold looks good and that purple looks good too. But I think if we do purple, it'll be too much purple. I think a little gold will look good. What do you guys think? Purple or gold? That's with the purple. Obviously, that's with the gold. Purple. Okay, let's see if we could do a vote. Purple, yay or nay? Okay, that's going to be the vote. Give me 1 second. Let's see if I could get the vote thing up. Up, it worked. Okay, so if you want the purple, you're going to do a smiley face. If you want the gold, do a crying face. So purple, smile face. Purple, smile face. Don't mind Joanne. Shannon, you vote by, yes, it's voting time. A smile face is purple. Gold is the crying face. So smile face for purple. Do, 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 do. $13 left. Dorothy said purple. So, and it's 8-2 on the purple. So purple it is. Dun dun dun. Okay, thank you. 8-2. Purple it is. Yay. All right. Let me. Okay, let me pick the ones that we're going to do first so that I'm not coloring stuff I don't need to be coloring. Save them that for another day. Because we want to have a little variety. I don't want them all to be purple, right? So we got that one. I think we should have this colorful one on the bottom. And I think she's pretty. I'm not feeling the frog on this one. Just want to do pretty fairies. One. Which one should be on top? This will be on the top. that one, and that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll do 8. Okay. A twister. Are you stuck in Oz now that you did that bag? Did you sell your bag? Oh, it's for charity. That's nice. Yes, you can make more. I'm excited for that craft show next month. I'm trying to work out to go on Friday because my customer service manager is on vacation again that week. Well, half of the week. But I really want to go on Friday because I feel that I'll have more opportunity. Okay, let's do the purple. Hmm. No. No, Shetty, thank goodness. The craft show is at Raritan Center where the kids went on Saturday for the Pokemon, the Comic Con. I feel like this is good ink, but it's covering like the black accents of the bow. I did have a plan B in mind. Let me think for a minute. Plan B involves a die cut. Because if I just cut that out, that might work. That's cute, but I like that one better. I feel like it'll be too bulky. I need to use paper. Remember, it can't be bulkier or it won't flip. But I might be able to get away with that, which will hide what's underneath. Where's that other bow? That one looks like it's a good one, but I have that other bow too. I think it's in here. But no, it's not this one. No. Where did I? I don't think I put it away yet. Yes, I'm gonna look for shimmer purple cardstock. Hold on one second, because I know I have die cuts to put away somewhere. I didn't put them all away yet, and my brain needs to remember where they are. Because there was another die cut, and the bow kind of came down on both sides with an oval. These books are so heavy. Oh, these books. Maybe I threw it in here because it was like an oval with a bow. Maybe not. That's not it. Where did I put them? Oh, you're funny. I don't know where I put it. I thought for sure I would have thrown it in here. But I just feel like I just wanted to see what it looked like. Did I throw it in here? No, I didn't use it. Let's just take a minute. Because I put a lot of my stuff away already. And I probably said, I'm going to throw it in the book for now because I'm going to redo all my die cuts soon. No, it's not in my bag. It's definitely in one of these books. It's just these books are so damn heavy. But let me take a look at each one. All right, we might just have to go with this one then. I'm thinking of the ones that I recently used, and like maybe I would have thrown it in there. I see it in my brain because I know exactly it's an oval, like uh, frame, and then it has like the bow that would sit over the oval. It's a little frustrating. Did I throw it over here? I don't think I threw it over here. No, I don't put die cuts over here. Oh wait, nope, that's not that. So close. I'm gonna find it the minute we stop our live. You know that, right? Okay, we'll just go with this one. Okay, let me find um, a shimmery purple because we like the purple. Shimmery purple. First, we look at our scraps as usual. Look at that. All right, let's see how this works. It's not covering it enough. See, it still sticks out. I don't like it. I do, but I don't. Only other option is to actually cut, trace, so it's the exact same shape. Let's try that. Okay. All right, I think that's going to work. Okay. We got to do this the old-fashioned way. Let's cut this one and see how this looks. I don't think it's going to look right because it's not going to have the detail. Yep, I don't like it. I don't like it. So, the only thing I could do now is watercolor because you'll still see the black. That's my last resort, I think. The die cut was a good try, but it's not going to work. So, we're going to have to do watercolor and hope for the best. All right, let me get the watercolors out. This is like plan C, D. I don't know. I do have a metallic purple. There is metallic purple, people. So, and these are metallics as well. So, with that said, let's just grab one of these. Let's see how this one. This is the one that I got from Temu. That's like, these are all. Let's try it. We'll do both, see which one we like. Okay. We're going to use the back of this because it's the same paper. Our test subject. I don't know how shimmery that's going to be. Let's try this one. And I'm using the same. I think there's more of a shimmer on this one than on that one. Yeah, I like this one better. All right, so let's keep the water out because it looks like we're going to need a little bit. I mean, I'm going to use it actually right from here because we need that concentration for it to work, I think. Just work my hair out. I know I should have some clean water, but I'm doing it this way because I just don't feel like getting a whole bunch of water for a few bows. We might have to do two coats. Just keep making it darker. Picking up some more pigment over here. Like I know what the hell I'm doing. Shetty, don't judge me. I hear him crying, Bella. Yeah. He's like, it's hot as hell out here. Let me in. Okay. First coat's down. I think that looks good, the first coat. But I am going to try and pick up a little bit more. Just putting a little bit of dark accent here and there. You needed those black lines for the definition, I think. pretty good. Yeah, it's definitely better than the other one. I think it's gonna. That was a good plan. Hey, look, we tried everything. Sometimes you got to go through different ideas, and it may look okay, but I wasn't happy with it. So I'm not gonna do it if I'm not happy with it. I'm gonna glue that one on there to make up for it. All right, let me just go rinse this. I'll be right back. All right, let me go take my watercolor box. Okay, now we could progress. Phew! We're gonna let me put this on here now. Let's see. Okay. All right, that's gonna look good. Eight. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and three more. Round off all the corners. Okay. That was the extra. Let those finish drying for a minute before I handle them, and we'll go ahead and zhuzh these out. We also got to zhuzh the back because they're going to flip up. Well, maybe not so much that one because I think that's going to be the one I'm going to put on the bottom. Any plans for the weekend? Anyone? Anyone? Did we lose Larry? Did he fall asleep? I think he's going to go fishing again. We're just crafting in silence today. I'm all talked out from work. I'll grab two. Can you believe the summer's half over already? What? Weren't we just talking about summer and... Oh, to start clearing it out. Yeah, that's tough. I mean, I'll be here. I still have to do stuff around here. De-stash type stuff. Put packets together of things. Maybe work on the book. I want to try and get these books done within a week and a half. It's taking me 2 weeks. Okay. Oh no. He was a hoarder. That's tough. You got a lot of stuff to go through, right? You donated half. That's a lot. I mean, there's only so much stuff. Like, what are you gonna do with it all, right? I told my mom, start going through all your Lennox, start going through all your stuff. Let's sell it. Take the money. And she's like, no. And I'm like, but none of us really want that. Like, what are we gonna do with all this stuff? My mom has like a dining room that has one of those what do you call them? Oh my god, I'm at a loss. It's like a armoire, but like a hutch of sorts. Anyhow, it's filled with like crystal and stuff from like a china. Thank you, a china closet. Yes, and it's got all kinds of china and stuff in it, like stuff from their 25th anniversary, stuff from their 50th anniversary. Like, what am I gonna do with all that stuff one day? Yeah, china hutch. It's like, and it's big. I think it's got to be like 6 feet across. You know, and when I tell you filled to the brim. Nobody collects stuff like that anymore. Now they collect freaking Pokemon cards. This is where we are. Adults collecting Pokemon cards and shit. Which the argument will be, well, what about baseball cards? I'm like, I get it. Sort of. I get it, but I don't get it. one day my kids are going to have to deal with all my craft stuff. China is pretty, but I don't use it. Like when Larry and I got married, they're like, "Oh, do you want to get a Lennox?" No, I don't, because I don't. I was like, "Nope, don't sign me up for anything." I didn't even have a bridal shower really, because I had been married, briefly, but I had a lot of stuff in storage, so I didn't have. Thank goodness. Let's talk about that for a minute, shall we? Like, people get engaged. Now they're having engagement parties. Then they're having bridal showers. Then it's the wedding. Like, Jesus, just cut them a check for $1,000 and call it a day. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is all that about? Who came up with all that? And then what ticks me off is, well, if they've been living together for 2 or 3 or 4 years before they got married, they have all that shit. Why are we throwing them a shower? Things that make me go, hmm. Okay, go off, Esther. Then I could be of the persuasion where I'm like, why is it our responsibility to stock them up with stuff? Look, I could go on. Don't get me wrong. I go to all of the showers and weddings and I give my gifts. I do that. But sometimes I just sit here and I think like, man, what a racket. That's crazy. Two weddings. When I was 14, traditionally in my culture, we start something that's called inshuval, which is basically like a hope chest for your future. And do you want to know what was in mine? Linens, doilies, bedspreads, bed sheets, fancy towels. Um, at anytime it was my birthday, Christmas, people wouldn't give me. They would give me stuff to put in my hope chest from the time I turned 14, so that when you got married, you had a whole bunch of stuff. Hey, Teresa. See, now you should have a 50th party and you should have a registry so people could go and do that for you. I think that's a great idea. Yes, things do need to be replaced, and somebody wants to give you a gift. What a great opportunity, and you'll get something that you need. It's useful, you know? Don't give me a plaque that says 50th wedding anniversary. That's going to go in a drawer and then wind up at one of these thrift stores that I frequent. Yes, the cedar. That's exactly right, Esther. I have one. You want to know something funny? I still have mine. It's in my front living room here. I've had it since I was 14, so it's 43 years old, and I bought it myself because I worked for a furniture company when I was 14, and at that time, you would buy a big ticket item and you would make weekly payments of $25, $30, $50, depending on how much you spent. So I bought it, and I believe it was like, I want to say, like, I don't know, $300 back then, because it's all cedar. And I paid it off a little bit every week. before there was even like no credit card. It was a plan with the furniture place. It was a Spanish, a Cuban couple that owned the furniture store, and they were there for years. And I worked for them until I was about 17 or something like that. It's a good job. I learned a lot. You put baby clothes. No, I had all my stuff for the house. I had, like I said, linens, fancy towels, lots of doilies, tablecloths, things like that. Because every time I went to Portugal, that's what everybody would give me. So I'm like, what the hell am I gonna do with all this stuff? And it came in handy. I did use a lot of it. Like a layaway, exactly. A early form of layaway. So people would come in and buy like a bedroom set for $1,500 or whatever, and they would make $100 a week payment, and then I would collect the payment, and there'd be like a little card with just like a checkbook. So I learned about money early on because of jobs like that. You know what I'm saying? Now these kids have no perception of that. They don't understand. Absolutely, Teresa. Oh, I love the smell. Leah has a cedar closet in her bedroom. So the owners of this house before I bought it um, took some of the bathroom upstairs, and instead of putting a tub, they put a stand and shower with like a 42-inch tub, which is really weird. And the other half of that on the other side is Leah's room, and they made that into a cedar closet. So that's like where I have my fur coat, and my wedding dress, and stuff like that. That's what's in there. My fur coat that I never wear. Isn't that funny, Maria? So true. Oh, that's cool, Carol. Okay, I think this is the last one. Okay, let's glue these down. Roman numerals. Oh my gosh. The stuff we had to learn. I know. I've come across some people on TikTok that have cracked me up with like the millennials, some not millennials, our age, maybe a little younger than me, saying like, What the F is with all this triggering crap and all about your feelings? Shut the F up. And like, I find that hysterical because we're all thinking it, right? We won't say it because it's not PC. Exactly, Maria. We were taught. Well, just like, how are they going to sign their names when they're printing? Oh, but some of them are funny as hell. They make me like laugh out loud, kind of a situation. Maybe I'm being mean, but it is funny. These look really cute. I had scheduled somebody for an interview this morning, 10:30. They never called me. So we're putting the onus on them to call me. Never called. Got another one tomorrow. We'll see if they'll call. We just can't get people to respond. Graffiti. No, we can't get them. We can't get these people to call. I don't know what the hell's going on. We must have contacted a dozen people at least. I interviewed the one last week, and then I interviewed a second one. Uh, and she was supposed to call me at like 1:30. I waited till 2. She didn't call. I went out to lunch. I come back. She calls. Oh, I'm so sorry. I was on the phone with my child's doctor and blah blah blah. I'm like, okay. I'm like, here we go. Okay, so see, it does have the little shimmer. So these look cute now. All right. So all right. So we're gonna use the solid again, the same color for the back, and then we'll use this type of paper to do the pole. understand how it looks like it's not even cut right. Like it's long. I don't know. It's the damn cutter, I think. I'll have to trim it. Yeah, we're doing a silent movie, babe. I just said that. I said I'm not very talkative tonight. Got a lot going on. Did you fall asleep for a little bit? I was just asking about you. A silent movie. Now we got two dad joke people. Go up and read what you wrote. Yes, upside down, so that when you pull it, they're right side up. Yeah, I've done that too. Yep. But you have to remember to do that, right? Are you drinking, babe? Don't answer. Hi there, Miss Snow White. How are you? He's an angel. OMG. Adam, I thought you were Team Connie. Obviously, I was mistaken. You're doing well. Good. I'm glad. I'm doing well too. Thank you. Okay, now we need the piece that goes this way. Some people, by the way, they don't do the T like I do to glue it. They just put a piece that goes around like that. And that's it. It kind of just goes around like this. That's all they do. I like that little T thing. I feel like I don't know, I feel a little more secure with it. It's short just by that much, not too much. But now I know I saw this paper in there, so we could use, because that would be cute to pull that down. Let me see. Oh my God. Are you guys reading what this one is saying over here? Do not encourage Larry. You're trying not to read it? Great. I need that. That's actually a really good color. Because I want to do the four corners in that little lacy. And that pops against the pink a little bit more. Just to zhuzh up the background a little bit. Now is the time to zhuzh it. Not zhuzh it, but kick it up a notch. Yeah, he's drinking apple juice. My badonkadonk. He's probably drinking like an old fashioned or a whiskey sour. That's pretty for an envelope. Get him, Esther. Oh my God, he's a victim. You're cracking me up. You make me laugh, sir. Ha ha. Okay, so I need to make the 4 corners. Then this is going to be the extension. Well, I'll cut this because I want the blue to show down here more. So you have to do that. We have to think about the bottom. I want to cut the 4 corners real quick. Hi, Martha. How are you? I think I have the corners in the forest book. I put it away, yeah. I'm good, thank you. Just busy as usual. What's the matter? What? Lay down. I think we're going to do this one. Oh, yes, Larry has some interesting posts. That is true. All right, we're going to do 4 of these. with my handle. Thanks, Des. You're very sweet. Okay. So we're just gonna... You hear a little squeaky over here? He's just sitting there crying for no damn reason. What? What? Do you want to go out? I'll open the door. Go ahead. Go on. This is the second time he went out. Nope, has nothing to do with Larry. Believe me. Nothing to do with Larry. Nice and clear. Thank goodness for what? Our wax paper. Wax on, wax off. I just want to get these done because it's easier to glue these before you put the waterfall on the page, because then you're kind of working around that waterfall, and it's makes it a little bit harder. One more. So I did get my flower drawer done. It is now labeled. Adam, you could sleep easy knowing that everything is labeled. It looks good. It's organized. I didn't want you to lose any sleep over that. Yeah, I was a little concerned for you. You know what? I felt the distraughtness in your voice when you asked why they weren't labeled. I completely felt your pain. I did. In that moment, I felt your pain. Okay, let's see. I want that. When you pull it all the way down, this is where you see. I literally have to just cover the whole thing. You can see that. Maybe it was cats. Ay vey. Let me trim the side off a little bit. Okay, so now we need to figure out our pull on the bottom. So let's see. For our pull, maybe a little purple flower would be cute. zhuzh this now. And I still have to do the one going across. Just going to pull it down. Do I want to do this one? It does match. So maybe we want to do this the other way. Let me think about this for a second. So I don't want to cover that. Because it's going to cover this, which will be a waste if I put that like that and have the big piece down here. I don't want it to cover all this. So I need to do that. I've never done the small strip. I don't know how I'm going to like it. I need to think about this. No. No, because if you put it over the top, because this has to be able to move. I don't know. I'm thinking. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I'll show you I know what they do. They take a piece of whatever. Let's say this. And I think what they do is they just bring it across the back. Literally glue it across the back. It'll look off to me just on the two outside corners, though. Let me see. Like you're saying, if I offset it, which is not bad. It's not bad. That's not a bad idea, but I'm still gonna have a little bit of an issue here, and it'll still interfere with this one. So if that's gonna be the case, then I think I would just rather try what everyone else does, which is they do this. I think I tried this once before, and it didn't work out for me. Well, I just didn't care, but we're gonna try it. Basically, it goes like this. That goes like that. Oh, hold on. Yes, the back of the strip goes down on the page, right? Oh, it's because this isn't glued yet, but it's supposed to pull it down. All right, let me glue this first. Let me glue this piece. We have to get the base done. Let me find the flower. Make it. All right. I'm gonna do two things. I'm gonna put this down towards the center, but low. But I'm also gonna reinforce this. Where's that piece of paper? There it is. With a little bit of cardstock. Because I feel like it needs a little strengthening. you know, so it doesn't rip. I'm just strengthening where. Okay, that's just going to strengthen that a little bit. Uh, I don't know. I think it's still on Fox. It's Gutfeld. Okay, so if let's try this now. Yeah, that's how that goes. All right, we're gonna try it. I've never done it this way, but we're gonna try it. It's essentially the same process. It's just slightly different. As always, it's just paper and glue, so if it doesn't work, well, we'll redo it. It wouldn't be the first time, right? Let's just let it glue for a second. I'm having deja vu. Okay, that'll work. That works. glue them all now. Let's just let this dry for a little bit while we work on. I'm gonna let this dry. We're gonna work on the corners. The corners. So the important thing with these is obviously to get all of the extremities glued down. And don't worry too much about the excess glue, because you could always use your eraser after it's nice and dry to go back and remove any excess glue. Miss a spot. Put it on your finger. Looks pretty. Oh, the bow is getting caught on the one spot. Hold on. I might have to trim it just a little bit more. I forgot that little bow sticks out. Let's try that again. I'm just going to square it off. Why is it getting caught again? It was working fine before. See the bow? Okay. I know they always do a little strip, so a little strip it will be. This isn't fully opened. I'm just feeling I need to cut it a little bit shorter because once I glue it, I can't cut it anymore. All right, I think we're just gonna have to marry it, and that's it. Still not even. Just let it dry, and then we'll test it out in a little bit. Just gonna hold it down while I put some things away. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a big fan of doing it that way. So we got to keep that in mind next time I want to do corners or whatever, cause or use smaller corners. I feel the other way that I do for me more uh, rustic, but we'll see. Okay, let that down. Okay, it works fine. Nice little page. Oh, that's a good idea. A brick. Yeah, I was thinking about something. I know they have these weights that look like these little round dumbbell kind of a things. But you know what? I'm gonna actually put something on top of it this way so that this is heavy so that it'll glue really well. Okay, so we've got our official first page done. Ooh, that is heavy. Um, in this journal. So on Friday we will continue to decorate. Tomorrow, I don't know if I'll have time to work on it. We'll see. It depends. I don't even know what I'm gonna do. But yeah, it's a good start. Waterfall is done and get that off our list and moving on to the next thing. Sound like a plan? So let me get our thought, our moment, grace for the moment. Today is the 16th. Let's see, what is our thought for today? Me too, Carol. No wonder they call him the Savior. If they could be made God's people by what they did, God's gift of grace would not really be a gift. To whom does God offer his gift? To the brightest, the most beautiful? No, his gift is for us all. And he wants us so badly, he'll take us in any condition. As is, reads the tag on our collars. He's not about to wait for us to reach perfection. He knows we'll never get there. Remember, Christ died for us when we were still sinners. His sacrifice then was not dependent on our performance. He wants us now. Okay. This is it's a good food for thought kind of thing. Basically, you're enough for God as you are. You're enough. That's a simple Reader's Digest version of what that says. Hurry Friday. Thanks, Desiree. All right, let's just say a quick prayer for all our friends. Just quick, our Father, Hail Mary. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Lord, we thank you for bringing us together. We're going to make our prayer tonight real quick. Please take care of our friends who need your help. You know who they are. They know who they are. And we thank you for all that is good in our lives and ask that you bless us with another day on Friday so we can continue to make more beautiful art and spend some time together. We ask you this through Christ our Lord. Amen. Okay, see, that was a quick prayer. Oh, thank you. I apologize if I was super duper quiet, but I was kind of like in the zone, and well, you know what happens when I get in the zone. So, listen, you guys have a great Thursday, and I'll see you all here again on Friday, and we'll continue to work on that. Not sure what we're gonna do. Could be a pop up. It could be anything. Could be some of the furniture. I'm gonna dig out the stencils of my furniture because we're gonna put like different rooms throughout the book, and then we'll see where that goes. Okay. All right. I love you guys. Kiss, kiss. A big hug from me to you. I will see you Friday at 7:30. Be there or be square.